NFL Network now, the Westwood One Radio Network. The Chiefs are locking up one of their defensive playmakers for the next few seasons, agreeing to terms with pass rusher George Karlaftis on a 4-year, $93 million contract extension with $62 million guaranteed, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. Head coach Andy Reid praised Karlaftis, saying, quote, "He's a relentless playmaker. He's smart, reliable. You can trust he's going to be there and go 100 miles per hour." Meantime, the Seahawks have released tight end Noah Fant after 3 seasons, per NFL Network insider Mike Garafolo. Seattle acquired Fant from Denver in the Russell Wilson trade 3 years ago and signed him to a 2-year contract extension in March of 2024. The Seahawks veterans report to camp Tuesday. And Lions head coach Dan Campbell says defensive tackle Levi Onwuzurike will miss the entire 2025 season after undergoing ACL surgery this offseason. The Lions training camp is underway in Allen Park, Michigan. This has been NFL Network Now, the Westwood One Radio Network.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
All right, Takis fans, Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips. So we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual... I told him this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's includes 1 ounce Takis Fuego chips while supplies last. Takis and Fuego trademarks are used under license.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. I checked, and I double-checked. It is a Monday. Yeah, what I really had to check was the date. It's July 21st, 2025. Hard to believe with the way the weather has been the last couple of days and what the forecast shows for the next couple of days. Not complaining, not used to getting up in mid-July and having 76, 77-degree mornings, Jared.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. Spent some time over the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, working in the yard, and that's almost unheard of.
Yeah, and you weren't sweating too bad, and yeah, it was good. It was good. Not too humid this weekend. Now I was surprised.
Yeah. Anyway, and actually fired up the grill and cooked dinner.
Oh, man. What'd you make?
I did a rotisserie chicken.
All right.
And mine is better than Costco's.
There you go. How do you make it? Secret recipe?
I put it on a spit and put it on the grill rotating.
You don't throw any special herbs and spices on it?
I keep that minimal if it's a good chicken. The key, and I guess I picked this up from one of the cooking shows, is to brine the chicken.
Okay.
This chicken.
Yeah. Keeps it from getting dry.
It keeps it nice and moist, and it came out pretty good.
All right.
So, if I do say so myself, and the good thing about doing like a rotisserie chicken is now we have chicken salad later this week and probably chicken enchiladas as well.
All right. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, and I'm not complaining.
Mm-hmm.
With the price of beef, we're eating a lot of chicken. So
I was laughing. Because I really only eat chicken and fish, basically. And my mom, I was visiting her recently, and she was like, "I'm going to make hot dogs." And I was like, "I don't really do hot dogs." She's like, "Don't worry, I got chicken hot dogs."
Yes.
And they were pretty good. They looked and tasted just like regular hot dogs. I think they tasted better. And I went to go look for them myself, and they were like half the price of regular hot dogs.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that, how cheap chicken is compared.
Yes, and there is a difference between a good hot dog and the really cheap ones.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell.
Okay. Anyway, we've got birthdays today. We have our big shot birthdays. Actor Lee Lawson, 82. Singer Yusuf Islam, 77. You may remember him as Cat Stevens. Cartoonist Gary Trudeau, 77. Actor Jamie Sheridan, 74. Comedian John Lovitz, 68. Actor Lance Guest, 65. Actor Matt Mulhern, 65. Fitz of Fitz and the Tantrums, 55. Actor Alicia Reiner, 55. Other birthdays include actor Ali Landry, 52. Comedian Steve Byrne, 51. Actor Justin Bartha, 47. Actor Sprague Graydon, 47. Actor Josh Hartnett, 47. Actor Vanessa Lenges is 40. And actor Betty Gilpin is 39. We've got local birthdays coming up.
Hello, all you buckaroos. This is Cowboy Bob, star of Stage, Screen, Radar, and Restroom, the working girl's friend. Luke's Casino is the oldest restaurant in downtown Yuma, where the elite meet and locals eat. Luke's Gretna Green Wedding Chapel can coordinate weddings and receptions to accommodate over 150 people. Celebration of life with dignity and affordable. Visit us today at Luke's Casino, 221 Main Street in downtown Yuma.
We have happy birthday wishes for Bianca De Leon, Jesus Loera, Cole Edgman, Lupe Colonga, Daniel Ineses, Carmen De La Rosa, Sarah Alvarez, Daniel Ramirez, Haley Ramos, Javier Martin Romo, Manuel Molina, Rebecca Heineke, Samuel Leon, Angelina Marcos, Richard Bird, and Dean Avendano. Happy birthday from KXO. Well, yesterday, the 20th day of July, back in 1940, Billboard magazine published its first list of best-selling singles. You know, not many of the names on that list would sound familiar for most people these days. Well, except maybe for Cher or Madonna. I didn't realize it went all the way back to 1940. Okay, let's see. What else is going on? Well, a woman in England just gave birth to a baby who weighed 12 pounds, 9 ounces. That's a fifth grader, isn't it? Yeah, you could tell the baby was big because, well, when it was time to go home, the baby said, "Hey, you want me to drive?"
Yeah, give me the keys, Ma.
Yeah. Okay, 12.9. Okie dokie. That's a big baby. And I don't know if you've been following AI. Artificial intelligence is the next big thing, right? Yeah. Scientists predict human-level artificial intelligence by 2030. I think it might be sooner if the bar keeps dropping. We don't need artificial intelligence. We need some real time. Okay. We've got news. You ready?
Ready.
World and California news headlines right now brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They deliver real-time updates about the air that we breathe.
CBS News Brief. The pilot of a Delta jet with 80 people on board says he had to swerve to avoid a B-52 bomber as he was coming in for a landing in Minot, North Dakota. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
SkyWest says it's investigating and stresses that this plane was cleared to land and then took an evasive maneuver when another airplane entered the pattern.
There's a military base nearby. A CBS News poll finds President Trump's approval rating has dropped by double digits since February, losing support on immigration and the economy. CBS's Weijia Jiang.
Just over 1/3 of Americans say the Epstein case matters a lot when evaluating President Trump's presidency, and only 11% of Republicans.
An off-duty Border Protection officer recovering after he was shot in the face in a New York City park. CBS's Christina Fan.
Officials say the injured officer is now in stable condition at the hospital and is able to communicate using hand gestures.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. KXORadio.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. The brother of Pat Tillman arrested in San Jose after allegedly driving his car into a post office. 44-year-old Richard Tillman booked on suspicion of arson.
Postal inspectors are investigating as an intentional act. It will, of course, be determined in a court of law whether or not it was. But it does not look like an accident so far.
Postal Inspector Matthew Norfleet. Pat Tillman, the Army Ranger, killed by friendly fire in Afghanistan after a successful football career with Arizona State and the Arizona Cardinals. The ATF beginning an investigation into Friday's deadly explosion at an LA County training center. A memorial set up in front of the facility where residents like Patricia Castro are paying tribute to the fallen.
It's just a great loss to the Sheriff's Department, to the community, especially to their families, and to lose 3 in one day. That's just horrible.
Investigators reportedly focusing on what's described as an old military grenade that was being moved by the sheriff's detectives at the time of the explosion. Gas prices in the state averaging $4.49 a gallon. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org and you'll get real-time information about the air that we are breathing.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? And a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman? Ah, yes, refreshing. Bring happy Febreze. La, 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 la.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
And it's page 1 of the local news, Monday edition. It is brought to you by El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. And also at the Imperial Valley Mall, they also have mobile service vans that come to you. Go ahead and schedule an appointment. Call El Centro Motors or log elcentromotors.net.
KXO News. We can expect near normal weather conditions for the week. National Weather Service says near to below normal temperatures are forecast through midweek. Highs in the Imperial Valley touching near 105 with overnight lows in the mid-70s. By the latter half of the week, conditions will remain near normal, but with a bit less humidity. Wind will remain light and variable. Unemployment up. June unemployment up slightly. The latest jobless numbers available are for June. The numbers were released Friday morning by the Labor Market Information Division of the Employment Development Department. According to the latest report, the unemployment rate in Imperial County was 18.9% in June. That is up from the revised 17.6% in May and above the year-ago estimate of 17.5%. This compares with an unadjusted unemployment rate of 5.7% for California and 4.4% for the nation during the same period. According to the June report, there were 14,000 eligible workers unemployed out of a labor force of 74,500 in Imperial County. Imperial County, again, had the highest unemployment rate in the state. KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires, guaranteed. We're talking the finest name brands in the business, and right now you can get a rebate of up to $125 on 4 select tires for your car, truck, or SUV. Don't put off replacing your worn-out tires. Get to Quick Lane and save. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, located at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and at the Brawley Auto Center. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models.
St. Louis encephalitis found. Multiple Imperial Valley mosquito pools have tested positive for St. Louis encephalitis, or SLE. The Imperial County Public Health Department said that pools in the vicinity of Orchard Road in Holtville and La Paz Drive and Cannon Drive in Imperial tested positive for the mosquito-borne illness. According to the Imperial County Public Health Officer, Stephen Monday, while it is not unusual to detect mosquito activity during the summer months, the identification of multiple positive pools in the different areas is a reminder for all of us to stay alert. We want residents to take precautions like eliminating standing water and using insect repellent to help reduce the risk of mosquito-borne illness and protect their families and communities. The symptoms of St. Louis encephalitis include fever, headache, nausea, vomiting, and tiredness. There are vaccines to prevent the disease or medications to treat St. Louis encephalitis. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and the weather coming up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations in the valley. At Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models. You don't need an appointment, but you can schedule an appointment online at elcentromotors.net.
My name is Josephine Conway, and I'm an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
Local news, page 2, and weather is all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. They serve the best burgers in town. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, happy hour every day, 3 till 6 p.m.
Air quality meeting. A special meeting will be held today. It'll be the AB 617 North End Community Brawley Westmoreland Calipatria meeting. The public is encouraged to attend. The theme is Clean Air Ahead. The meeting will be held at the Del Rio Community Center in Brawley from 5:30 to 7:30 this evening. There will be interpretation services and food and drinks. That'll all be available. Representatives upset with Homeland Security. Representatives Dr. Raul Ruiz and Norma Torres sent a letter to Secretary Kristi Noem. The letter condemns the Department of Homeland Security for unlawfully obstructing and delaying members of Congress seeking to conduct oversight visits to immigration detention facilities operated by Department of Homeland Security and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and ICE. The letter highlights several violations of federal law, which clearly prohibit DHS from denying members of Congress unimpeded access to detention facilities or making changes to that alter what is observed during visits. Torres says it is illegal to deny Democratic members access while granting Republican members a free pass. She said that is not only illegal, it is a dangerous abuse of power. More work planned for Forester Road. County Public Works has more work coming up. The work will be on Forester Road beginning July 28th. Road rehabilitation will begin between Katy Road and Monty Road. It will continue through July 31st. That section of Forester will be closed during the work period from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Detours will be posted. Again, that'll start on July 28th. KXO local news time, 7:47. We'll take a look at weather coming up next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice cold beer? Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For July specials, the Patriot is our drink of the month, along with Bud, Bud Light, and Bud Zero bottles for only $4.50. July food specials are La Mexicana Burger and fried vanilla cheese. Burgers and Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
According to the National Weather Service, below normal temperatures early this week will gradually warm closer to the seasonal average by the end of the week, resulting in moderate heat risk. 107, the high in the valley yesterday. 77, the overnight low. It will be sunny today with a high near 105. Look for west winds about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight, a low around 76. West-southwest wind 5 to 10, becoming east after midnight. Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 103. North wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. Well, we see we have 82 degrees downtown El Centro, 58% relative humidity, wind out of the east-southeast at 325. Air quality is good everywhere except Nyland. Air quality moderate in Nyland. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can bring the family, you can meet your friends at Burgers and Beer. Comité Civico del Valle is constantly working for our Imperial Valley. From air quality issues to environmental and economic issues, Comité Civico del Valle is leading the way with community outreach, education, and engagement, asthma education programs, and driving clean assistance program. Comité Civico del Valle is powering the future of the Valley with programs that address the important issues affecting all of us. To find out more, visit their website at ccvhealth.org. It's sports time. Sports time brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, combining 2 hospitals to better serve you. Major League Baseball action, the Padres swept the Nationals. They picked up an 8-1 win, and the Padres' bats came alive with 13 hits. Meanwhile, the Brewers swept the Dodgers 6-5 yesterday, and that ignited Clayton Kershaw, who wasn't happy about the way the Dodgers have been playing, and especially since they blew another lead when they lost to the Brewers yesterday. Blue Jays over the Giants 8-6. Orioles topped the Rays 5-3. Angels beat the Phillies 8-2. White Sox over the Pirates 7-2. Yankees won. They beat the Braves 4-2. It was the Mets nipping the Reds 3-2. Royals ripped the Marlins 7-4. Guardians topped the Athletics 8-2. The Athletics without a home. I know they're playing in Sacramento, but that's not home. The Red Sox 6, Cubs 1, Twins topped the Rockies 7-1. Astros beat up on the Mariners 11-3. Diamondbacks dumped the Cardinals 5-3. And the Tigers edged the Rangers 2-1. Scotty Scheffler, he picked up another major win, carding a 68 yesterday to cruise to a 4-stroke victory in the Open Championship at Royal Portrush, Northern Ireland.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together, healthier tomorrow.
Well, Yannick Sinner, Novak Djokovic, and Jack Draper have all withdrawn from the Toronto tennis tournament. not a whole lot of people left. Elsewhere in the world of sports, Dallas Cowboys Pro Bowl guard Tyler Smith is not shy about what he expects at training camp this week. Yeah, training camp. NFL training camps open. And Smith says Super Bowl champions for the Dallas Cowboys. Hey, look, Jerry Jones and the Cowboys have not played in a Super Bowl since 1995. They haven't reached an NFC championship game in the past 30 years. Yeah, okay, well, you got to start off the season, with that attitude. Elsewhere, the WNBA on All-Star break, they will resume action tomorrow. And as we said, NFL players reporting for their preseason camps. Coming up first week of August is the NFL's Hall of Fame game. Yeah, so looking forward to that. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, stronger together and paving the way for a healthier future.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
It's financial news and a brief look at the weather. It is all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, your construction site 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Taking a look at what's going on Wall Street, Stellantis today guided for a surprise loss in the first half of the year as the Jeep and Ram pickup truck maker flagged a big charge ahead of results next week. Stellantis, which had halted guidance after tariffs were announced, said it's going to lose about $2.7 billion on revenue. Analysts polled by Visible Alpha expected a profit on sales. Stellantis CFO Doug Osterman said the warning came because its profit and cash flow were not aligned with expectations, even though volume and shipments were close to those expectations. Stellantis stock in New York fell 1%, extending this year's losses to 30%. Well, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said today he believes the Federal Reserve System should be reviewed for potentially holding back the U.S. economy, which is on the cusp of growth that could equal the dot-com boom seen in the 1990s. What goes boom goes bust. I think that's what the paradigm or the mental model for everyone should be here. He told CNBC Monday morning, in the 90s, we finally had the productivity growth kick in from the IT revolution, and I would say that we are on the cusp on that right now, said Bessent. The Federal Reserve has not lowered its benchmark interest rate since December, angering President Donald Trump, who demanded that Fed Chair Jerome Powell do so. The central bank is an independent agency. It works outside of political influence, and Powell is just one member of a 12-person committee that votes on interest rates. And, prices are spiking, coming down on eggs, but now It's beef. Beef prices are hitting records, rising almost 9% since January, according to the Department of Agriculture, retailing for $9.26 a pound. June's consumer price index showed steak and ground beef prices up 12.4% and 10.3% respectively over last year. On the big board, we see green, the Dow up 160 points at 44,501. The S&P 500 up 34 at 6330. The NASDAQ up 159 points at 2152. And gold up $54.60 an ounce. Oil down 65 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their #1 priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 105, east-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming west. Mostly clear tonight, a low around 76. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 103. North wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. 83 degrees, 56% relative humidity, wind out of the east-southeast 3 to 5, air quality moderate in Island, good everywhere else. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal, the only postal box service in the Valley offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
From coast to coast, this the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
It's cold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. The battle between the Trump administration and Harvard University is playing out today in a federal courtroom. It's about the government's freeze on $2 billion in grants and contracts. CBS's Katrina Kaufman.
Harvard specifically says that there is a timeline here. They want a decision by September 3rd because they say when the government first issued a letter terminating federal grants, that began a clock of 120 days, and they're worried that once that money stops coming in completely, they will never get it back.
A former Louisville police officer is due to be sentenced today for violating the civil rights of Breonna Taylor, who was shot and killed in a botched raid 5 years ago. Legal analyst Lori Levinson says the Trump Justice Department's recommended a sentence of 1 day in prison.
They're backing off and saying that there should not be this type of lengthy sentence, that it's too long, it's too political against law enforcement officers.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says 2 people are now being held in connection with the weekend shooting of an off-duty border officer in a New York City park. He was not in uniform, but able to return fire.
Make no mistake, this officer is in the hospital today fighting for his life because of the policies of the mayor of this city.
The officer's in stable condition and is expected to survive. Police call it a botched robbery attempt. There's an investigation after a commercial passenger jet avoided a mid-air collision with a B-52 bomber over North Dakota. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
SkyWest says it's investigating and stresses that this plane was cleared to land and then took an evasive maneuver when another airplane entered the pattern. The pilot saw the airplane, took an evasive maneuver.
Overseas, reports of more than 80 deaths at an aid location in northern Gaza. CBS's Ramy Inocencio.
Thousands of people were waiting. Those crowds, for some reason, at some point were shot at. The World Food Program specifically said in a statement blaming Israeli tanks, snipers, and other gunfire. The IDF did say it fired warning shots.
Well, CBS's Tom Hansen tells us the father of a girl who was found dead in northern New York is now considered a suspect in the case.
He said his daughter, 9-year-old Melina, was missing and possibly abducted. She was supposedly last seen in a white minivan heading south
southbound on I-87 near Lake George, but New York State police say law enforcement later found inconsistencies in the father's story and the timeline he provided. Now, on Sunday, officers found the girl's body around 40 miles north of Lake George near the town of Ticonderoga.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 170 points. The S&P is up 34. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Right now, you can save big with T-Mobile's phone and home internet bundle. Visit your local store to learn more.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a month in bill credits plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
The concert visual that launched millions of memes is getting more mileage on stage, too.
After the scandal at a Coldplay show that outed a couple of married co-workers, Morgan Wallen assured fans at a concert in Glendale, Arizona.
Somebody in here with their side chick or whatever. I think you're safe here.
The case in question involved astronomer CEO and the head of HR who were caught on kiss cam at Coldplay's Gillette Stadium gig on Thursday.
Either they're having an affair or it's very done.
Chris Martin didn't know it, but it was true. Over the weekend in Wisconsin, he made a full disclosure.
We're going to use our cameras and put some of you on the big screen. So please, if you haven't done your makeup, do your makeup now.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Starbucks says its most popular seasonal beverage, pumpkin spice latte, will return to the menu August 26th. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Classic case of neurotic narcissism and a first-class smarty pants.
AM 1230 KXO.